Okay, today I think I'm going to sell a cash secured put on Samsara. So I thought I'd make a video going through the process so people who are learning about selling cash secured puts and selling cover calls can kind of get an idea how I do it and maybe how it's done, and maybe we'll both learn something today. So anyhow, I got the chart up here for Samsara, and you may be asking, what is Samsara, what the stock is. So quickly, if we look at it, here's a Google search. It is basically this right here. It creates software to monitor trucks, locations, fuel use, and maintenance needs. So basically, it's a software company. Also uses AI dash cams, smart cameras to track driver safety and road conditions. So I'm not saying you like that it uses AI dash cams to do all this stuff. I'm not saying that I love this or anything or hate it. I have no opinion. What I'm looking at is what it does. And then also more and more software and AI and different things are going to be used to monitor and track fleets of trucking companies, their fuel use, and all types of things to try to save money. So I don't think this company is going to go away anytime soon. I think it's just going to grow. So let's go back to the chart here. So you can see that for the longest time, if I go back to 1 year here, so it was up here, upper 30s, around 40 here about 9 months ago. Took a little bit of a dip, and now it's kind of slowly climbing back up. Let's go back to the 6-month chart here. You can see that it's done a couple of dips here, but this red line is the 50-day moving average. I'm kind of looking at that. The 20-day moving average is going up, and it's done a little dip right now. Earnings are coming out in a few weeks, and typically I don't do options when earnings are coming out, but the estimate earnings are that they're going to be somewhat positive. So I don't think, and I'm just one person on the internet with an opinion, I don't think it's going to dip down. I think it's going to keep continuing this upward trend. Of course, there might be dips along the way, but that's how you make money in options. So let's look at the analysis tab here. So I said, here's the estimate earnings. I think it's like 16 cents per share. Somewhere I saw that. It comes out September 3rd. But also what I like to look at on this page here are the insights. I like looking at this here. I like seeing what the average price target is that the experts are kind of picking. And then I like to see what are they recommending here. So you see 23 total opinions. You see some strong buys. You see lots of buys and a few hold, but you don't see any underperform or any sell. So analysts in general are on the positive side of this. So all this is just kind of telling me that I feel comfortable selling cash secured puts, because if I get a sign, I should feel confident that the price isn't going to tumble way down. If you look at this here, the price target's 44. I don't know exactly when that price target is. I've Googled that and I tried to research that, and the best guess I can get is like a 12-month price target. So anyhow, we have all that figured out. So let's go back to the chart. Next thing I want to do is look to see what type of cash secured put strike price I might want to pick. So if I look at this 50-day moving average, you see it's right around 35.51, and it's only dipped below this moving average a couple times in the past several months. Go back here to May, it was trading below the moving average. Moving average was kind of going down a little bit, but since about the 1st of June, it's been slowly creeping up the 50-day moving average. The 20-day crossed the 50-day back here around June. So I think it's going to continue this upward trend for a while. And to be honest, it could just quit going up. It can go sideways for a while, because what I'm going to do, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to shoot to the moon. It just needs to stay above my strike price. And I'm kind of looking at around a 35 strike price here. So 35.51 is the 50-day moving average. And if I hover around 35, it did dip down to 31, 32 right here. So I'm looking at like 35, maybe even 34. Give me a little extra wiggle room, and maybe that's what I need to do since earnings are going to be coming out. So sometimes if there's good earnings report, sometimes the stock dips down because that anticipation of the price has already been built into the price of the stock. So I'm done talking about it. Let's go ahead and look at the option chain here and see what's going on. So I already popped this up, Fidelity. To get to this, you just go up here in the search and type in the ticker IOT. I don't know how they get IOT out of Samsara. But anyhow, that's what it is. So this pops up. You click on the option chain tab right here, and this pops up. So we're looking at cash secured puts. So we got calls and puts here. I'm going to click on puts to clean this up a little bit. So I'm just looking at cash secured puts here, and these are all the different expiration dates coming up. You can click on this so you can see weekly expiration dates. So this does trade weekly, but let's just look at something here. Let's say I want to do the 28th here, and you can see how much volume and open interest there is. There's not a lot. And so September 4th, look at this. There's a little bit, but still not a lot. I kind of like this number here. I like to see this number here pop up around 500 on open interest. I like to see quite a bit of action. And you usually get this with the monthly expiration dates. So if I click September 18th, so today is August 14th. So I clicked on the 18th here, which is 35 days away. And you see there's a lot of action going on with the option for Samsara. And this also will mean that there's a closer gap between the bid and the ask right here. So the bid is $1 and the ask is $1.15. So you don't always get this to be perfect, but you want to try to have this be kind of narrow in there. So that kind of means if you are going to sell an option, you're probably going to get the option filled quickly because there's not a big gap and there's a little bit of action going on. So there's a lot of, which is weird, on the 27 strike price, there's a lot of action going on there. But I was talking about the 34 or 35 right here, the strike price. Go back to the chart. I'm going to sell a cash secured put. So what I am saying, if the price of Samsara goes down to, let's say I pick 35 strike price. If the price of Samsara goes to 35 or lower on September 18th, and that's where it's at on September 18th, let's say it's 34, as long as it's below 35, I agree to buy 100 shares at $35. So even if it's 32, I still agree to pay 35 if 35 is my strike price. If it goes down to 25, I still agree to pay 35. If it stays above 35, nothing happens. I sell this option. I get to keep whatever premium, the money I earn today, I keep that no matter what. That's mine to keep. If it stays above 35, the price of Samsara on September 18th, I keep that money and nothing happens. I don't buy those shares. Now, what I usually do is sometime between now and September 18th, that price might be hovering at 37 or up to 39 or whatever. I can go back. So I sold that option, and let's say I sell it for $300. I'm just making numbers up. So I pocket at $300. Sometime between now and September 18th, that might be worth like $150. So at that point, I might want to buy that back at $150. Now I've already made $300, but I need to spend $150 to buy that back. So when it's all said and done, I'll make $150. Now, there's an argument. People say, you let that go all the way to expiration, you pocket the whole $300, which sounds good. However, if that price should fluctuate and I can buy that back for $150, let's say in just a couple of days, I might want to do that because my return could be very good if you consider the percentages or whatever. And I might want to free up the collateral. So when you sell cash secured put, if I do 35 strike price, that's 100 shares of stock, I got to have $3,500 cash sitting in my account to cover that. That's why they call it cash secured put, is secured by cash. I got to have that $3,500 in there to buy that stock. So I might want to get out of the trade earlier to free that money up to go sell cash secured put on something else that maybe has juicier premium, if that makes sense. Or maybe I just get a bad feeling about Samsara going forward, and I think maybe, something's going to happen to the stock. It's going to crash or something, whatever the reason. But I usually buy them back early. So I sell it today, and I might buy it back in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. And I would say 85, 90% of the time, I do buy those back early. Usually I don't let it go all the way to expiration. So anyhow, I think we agreed on a couple of things here. I'm looking at 35 to 34 strike price. So the 34 is $1.35. So this is the last trade here. This is kind of what I look at more than this column here. So 35 is $1.45, $1.35. So that's only 10 cents. So, and there's a little bit more volume at the 34 strike price. It's like double the volume. And I might go with the 34, even though I was talking about 35. So what I want to do is click right here where it says bid. The other thing I want to talk about real quick is the delta. So the delta means a couple of different things, but one thing it can also mean, in what people use it for, is the percent that you're going to get assigned the stock. So there's, if you look at the 0.20, some people will say, well, that's a 20% chance that I might get assigned the stock, meaning there's a 20% chance that the price of Samsara will go to 34 and be at that price on September 18th. So there's an 80% chance that I'm going to earn this money and nothing's going to happen. It's just going to expire and I keep the money, which would be 135. So, and once again, the bid and the ask is kind of like, this is the low, this is the high, and the midpoint is about 130. The last time it sold was $1.35. So let's click on the 120 here. All right, so I'm actually going to look at doing 2 contracts here. So that'd be 200 shares of stock. 34 strike price, September 18th expiration, and the action is sell to open. So remember, I'm selling something, selling to open this contract. 2 contracts, September 18th, 34 strike price, cash secured put. Always, I 100% always do a limit. I never do a market. You click on there, I could do the market, but I don't want the market deciding what I'm going to pay. I want to pick what I want to pay. So the limit price, I said $1.20. The midpoint is $1.30. So remember, we're selling something. When you sell something, you want to sell it for as much as you can get. And the buyer wants to buy it for as cheap as they can get. So I'm selling. And I could say, well, I'll try to get $1.40. Well, I could try to get $1.40, but it probably is not going to fill. It's just going to sit there. So $1.20, it would probably fill right away. At $1.30, it'd probably fill pretty quick. I'm going to put $1.28 in here. So I'm going to sell just a little bit less than the mid price, mainly because I want this to fill for the video. For you, the people, I'm going to lose 2 cents because I want this to fill so you can see how it works. And timing for, so this is going to be good till the end of the day. Now, I don't let these sit and linger. If this doesn't fill right away, I adjust the price or I cancel and I move on. And I don't touch these here. So today, when I get done, this money here will go straight into my account today. And maximum loss is if the price goes to 0 and bad things happen. That's not going to happen. So the $254.70 is actually what I'll keep. There's a $1.30 fee, kind of a commission that Fidelity takes here. So let's preview the order and let's go ahead and place the order. Okay, I jumped over to my other screen here and I looked to see if it completed, and it completed at actually $1.30. So it gave me a better price than what I was actually asking. So that was, I think, the mid price anyhow, the $1.30. So I could have got that price, I guess, no matter what. So anyhow, $1.30, September 18th, and all this other good stuff. Now let's go ahead and put this in my option tracking spreadsheet. So I keep track of all my trades because otherwise I would not be able to keep track. So 9/18 is expiration. So this is when I open the trade. Today's the 14th. It will expire. Expiration is the 18th of September. The close date here, let's scroll this up so we can get closer to the top here. So the closing date is not known yet. I don't know when I'm going to close that. So ticker is a cash secured put. 34 was the strike price. I did 2 contracts. It filled at $1.30. So the collateral I had to use is $6,800. So that's $3,400 per contract. This here is just which account I'm trading from. I have 3 different accounts that I trade options out of. One's an IRA, one's a Roth IRA, and the other one's a brokerage account, taxable account. This here is what the price was when I did the trade. This is for information going forward. So it looks like the price went up a little bit during that time. It was like 39 something. So I'll just go ahead and put 40.06. And then I like to keep track of the delta for future use. So if I go back to this, the delta here, remember, was 0.20. I don't really round it up. I just take the 2 numbers here. So I keep track of that. So in the future, if I want to trade this again, I can go back and look to see what the prices were and what was kind of successful. And if I scroll up here, I think so right here was a trade that I closed. I opened that one on August 6th. I closed it on the 8th, actually. So I only had that one day, actually. So it was originally the 21st was the expiration. Strike price was 36 at that point. and I did 3 contracts, and the premium was $1.06. If you look down here, the premium is $1.30. The delta was 0.30. So the reason why that premium wasn't as good is because the earnings are coming up, and when the earnings comes up, there's a lot of times better premium to be had. So I sold that at $1.06 and held it for 1 day and bought it back for 37 cents. So basically I made, whatever that math is, about 70 cents per share in 1 day. So that profit was 207. So the 2% return approximately on my $10,000 investment in 1 day. So that's pretty good. When savings accounts are paying, 2% per year, this was 2% in 1 day. Now, if I could do that every day of the week for a whole year, that'd be like a 700% return. Now, that's not going to really happen. So this is why I keep track. So the price when I did that cash secured put previously, when I first did that trade with the $36 strike price, it was trading at 38 and the price creeped up to 40. So a couple things I did here. I had a higher price at right about 40, but my strike price is at 34, where before it was 36. But yet I got more premium per share. So that's because, like I said, earnings are coming up. So anyhow, that's why I like to keep track of things so I can go back and look and see what's been happening. So we'll wait and see. If the price creeps up or stays the same here, this here number will come down over time. So 2 things will make that come down: the passage of time, and then if the price of the stock goes up. So like I said, in 2 weeks, perhaps, maybe this is only worth 50 cents. And I can buy that back for 50 cents. And then when I do, my overall profit will be $160. Of course, if I let it go all the way to 0 here, I'll make $260. But we won't count that until the time comes. Every weekend, I make a video going over my trades here. Not every single trade, but a lot of them, and show how I did for the week. So this here are all the trades I closed this week here. And if I highlight these here, it'll do the sum here, 27. I'll be making a different video going over that later. If you want to tune in, see that one, that'd be great. So anyhow, we'll wrap it up. In summary, we sold the cash secured put on Samsara, $34 strike price, got $1.30 in premium, and the total premium that we stuck in our account is about $260. So we'll see you in the next video.